is Hari and Dr. Kankara. Sir, tell me, what do you understand the term by food? Food means what for you? What is meant food? When you heard about food, what kind of images you get in your mind?
Images, it all depends on what kind of food you eat.
Hmm.
Suppose you eat very nice food, then
Hmm.
you will also get a nice ideas.
So, how food is related to any culture?
No, food definitely has a culture because the culture also evolved along with the environment surrounding them.
Hmm.
That's why your culture has some specific foods that we cannot find in other cultures.
Hmm.
That's why culture has so much that we cannot find in other cultures.
Hmm.
That's why culture has so much relations with the food also,
Hmm.
and certain areas the climate also the food what we eat in that particular culture we can also adapt our body also adapts because generation to generations our body adapted it.
Hmm.
That's why that is good for them. That is why while we go outside, we also get a rare chances to come across the cultures and also to eat a specific ethnic foods.
Kanagara sir, you tell me about ethnic food and heritage, about the Indian heritage, ethnic foods and all.
Dr. Murali, it's a very good question. Uh, but as a social scientist, I have reservations when you call something ethnic. When you say ethnic, you are trying to museumize it. Museumize it means you are trying to say that this is a Telugu food, this is a Kasi food, this is a. So, but in actual practice, there is no such. Of course, there are specific foods to specific cultures, but our attempt to call ethnic, we are trying to marketize and visualize the food, which is according to our desire. So the desire is that I prefer so and so cuisine from such and such culture that is. I think expressing some sort of desire which can be called power. So I don't want to call it ethnic food, but there are varieties of foods which one can experience and experiment, and taste also it depends on. It's like cultivation. We all have taste, and my taste is cultivated maybe in my backyard. Your taste is cultivated maybe in Delhi or somewhere, wherever you grow up. So tastes are always cultivated, and those cultivated tastes also happens through newspapers, media, reviews, etc., friends, so on and so. But I don't want to call it an ethnic food, but there are various kinds of foods coming from different cultures, and those are also not pure. They are also like a mixture of influences from different cultures.
And do you think that is there any impact of the colonial thing on the Indian food, or like the way we are having pizza, burger, or kind of things,
No,
or
that's
does it affect
no.
anything?
Don't take it that way. In the sense, colonial, not just merely in the sense of Western, but it's always an interaction. So it's always a fusion between different cultures. So we have definitely influenced, perhaps, food that is being cooked and served in restaurants in New York, London, and also their food also might have influenced even in a small way like aloo, chili. So there is a complete fusion of foods as it happens in cases of music, etc. So I think it's a fusion instead of just saying that colonial and so negative and let us not take it.
Dr. Hari sir, do you think that nowadays in the hotels or in many outside when we are going outside, do you think that nutritious food is available in the hotels or wherever we are going outlets when you are going outside food?
No, that all depends.
Okay.
It all depends. Yes, it is available, but at the same time, we can maybe sometimes it is difficult, but most of time that all depends on what that your information. If you have a good information of any area, definitely you can find out. That is not at all the problem. Now we have more choices. There are good choice, there are bad choice also. And now we see that there are good number of good choice also available for oil-free food. There are different hygienic food. There are a lot of health conscious people also going outside to have a food. It is a good development. I do see very positive thing also. But at the same time, negative things also there largely. But what to do? Because our society is not a well conscious society. For making it just a small profit, they damage a lot to the people, consumers. Because consumer awareness is very little in our country.
Okay, sir. Do you remember any in your childhood? Do you remember any nutritious food process or preparation of the nutritious food that comes in mind and it is vanished now? Something like that.
No, there are
Being a child, you would have
no.
with
There are a lot of things that is disappeared from the public space.
yeah. Can you tell?
Even that food also is one. Suppose we see that when I was a child and another village people they used to come in early morning serve the breakfast in my village, and that breakfast what we can see that made with the ingredients available in around our village, like a pesla vada, and different food we used to enjoy when we were a child. But nowadays those things are not there. Nowadays we can see product coming from the Nagpur to my village, but from next village to my village that product is no longer available. And that was very nutritious also because the oil which was present in our area only, that and again the ingredients, because again the storage once you prepare the food that reaching with the customer, that is taking not much time. But nowadays what will happen, they are storing more than 1 month 2 months also, because it have to come from distance land.
Okay. Sir, can you please tell me any traditional food which you liked most in your entire life, or you may suggest for the audience that what kind of food they can take as a traditional food?
No, say I have. I'm from an agricultural family, and the standard South Indian food, Telugu food, traditional food. That is what we imagine South Indians should be eating sambar. So, but we don't have a recipe called sambar at our home. So it's purely local and minimalist food I have always used. And, I have a problem with people getting increasingly saying good food means non-vegetarian. Good food means chicken, mutton, not even other kinds of meat. So that kind of limited propagation of limited choice when it comes to food, that I don't like. So when you say traditional food, of course you can say non-veg is also a traditional food, not just a vegetarian is a traditional food. And there are different traditions and different communities are in different traditions. But for me, I always like simple dal only. Dal, and especially a dal in the sense of what do you call that? Urad dal, arad dal. What do you call that?
Tur dal.
Tur dal. So the tur dal with a bit of seasoning. That's my favorite always, and it will remain a favorite because whatever the style in which you cook, it remains tasty for me, especially if it is brought directly from the field and not from the shop. That makes my day.
Hari sir, you are Hari sir, you are in